Hi, I'm Brendan.
And I'm Kat.
Together, we're the mom and pop of Cyclecraft Bicycle Stores. On Saturday, November 21st, we'll be holding our 7th annual Turkey Bike Ride.
What's Turkey Bike? Well, I'm glad you asked. Turkey Bike is a charity bicycle ride that starts from Cyclecraft's Parsippany store. We ride from the store to the King's Supermarket in Boonton, where we pick up a bunch of turkeys. We ride with the turkeys into Denville to Smart World Coffee. And the Community Food Bank of New Jersey has a drop-off point waiting for us, and we drop off the turkeys there.
After some delicious coffee and pastries, then we hop on our bikes and head on back to our Parsippany store.
It's a lot of fun, and we help a lot of people have a much better Thanksgiving.
The Community Food Bank of New Jersey serves needy families all over the state. Every little bit helps.
You don't have to be a hardcore cyclist to participate. The route is only 12.5 miles each way.
And there's only one big hill on the ride. The great news is you only have to carry your turkey for the flattest, easiest part of the ride for about the last 3 miles.
The two questions that we get asked most are, how do I carry the turkey, and what if it's cold?
You'll be happy to know we've got great answers for both questions. First, let's talk about how to carry the turkey. So first, what most people do is the good old backpack. It's pretty straightforward and easy to do. Go ahead and put that on, Kat. I made it nice and heavy. There's about 20 pounds of stuff in that bag, which is about what your turkey is going to weigh. It's pretty effective. Kat, why don't you turn around so they can see your backpack. It's not the most comfortable way to carry the turkey on your back, but it'll do. It's only about 3 miles from the King's over to the Smart World coffee shop. If that is not appealing to you and you want to do something a little more high-tech, one thing that we do is on our bikes that we use for our winter riding and commuting is we have racks on the bike. And the great thing about a rack is that you can actually just pop a pannier bag right on the side like so. Your turkey will fit right inside there. This is actually called a grocery bag pannier. It's designed to carry groceries. Super easy to use, effective, and it looks kind of cool with your turkey sticking out the top. Maybe even the legs popping out of the back would be pretty cool too. If you're really adventurous, we have one more solution. Behold, the chariot trailer. Seems a little bit of overkill to do turkey bike, but if you happen to have one of these or access to a trailer of any kind, it's a great way to carry the turkey. We actually have one couple that rides a tandem bicycle with a stroller trailer on the back, with a dog, and they put their turkeys inside the trailer and bring it on over to Smart World. It's a fun way to do it. Just throwing it out there. If you have access to one, it's a fun way to do it. So now that we got the carrying the turkey out of the way, I want to remind everybody that it's not really important what kind of bike you use. We just happen to use this because this is a bike that we have. This is Kathy's bike actually. This is what she commutes on. But you can use a mountain bike, you can use a hybrid bike, tandem bike, road bike. It really doesn't matter as long as you show up for the event. Now to answer our second question, which was, what if it's really cold out? We got some great tips for that as well. Are you ready to show them, Kat?
Absolutely.
So starting off, the trick with riding comfortably in cold weather is layering. Lots of smaller, thin layers are better than one big, heavy jacket. So to that end, we want to start with talking about what base layers are. So base layers are lighter weight, long sleeve shirts, or could be a short sleeve, that's just made of a wicking polyester material. There are some made of wool as well, which are nice. But any kind of a polyester thinner layer next to your skin is going to be good for drawing moisture away. So if you start to sweat when you're going up a hill, for example, you'll be able to control your temperature and keep the moisture away from your skin as much as possible. The other thing about riding in cold weather, and again we mentioned about layering, but one of the most important things is on the outside of your body, particularly if it's lower than 40 degrees, you want to have a wind block on top. So something that will block the wind from penetrating your clothing is going to help keep you a lot warmer, and keeping keeping heat in. Kat's wearing a GABA jacket from Castelli. It's a convertible jacket, and the great thing about a jacket like this is, Kat, why don't you show them what's great about that jacket?
The sleeves zip off. You get too hot.
So if you really get hot and you start to be able to strip off layers, that's the great thing about layering, is that you're able to really maintain and control your temperature pretty well. So once the sleeve comes off, we're not going to take the sleeve all the way off, but take my word for it, you can actually make this into a short sleeve vest. Then the other parts of the layering system, Kat, why don't you go ahead and take that jacket off. I want to show you what she has on underneath there. We'll just throw that onto the table back there. So now Kat is wearing her short sleeve jersey, and she's also wearing arm warmers. Now arm warmers are another layering piece that you can use, and it's part of it should be part of every cyclist's wardrobe, is a short sleeve jersey with an arm warmer. Kat, why don't you go ahead and take that off and show them what that looks like. Now she starts to get really hot. Let's say that on Turkey Bike Day we start out at 40 degrees and it warms up to 70. That would be amazing. I don't predict it's going to do that, but if you had to do that, you can strip all these layers off very nicely and maintain a good, comfortable temperature. Also, she's wearing regular fleece tights. These do not have a wind front. Depending on how cold it is, would determine whether or not you really need the wind front tights. If it's lower than 35 degrees, wind front tights are also a great thing to have. A good example would be these Castelli bib tights here. Has the cycling pad in it. It's also a wind protective front, but it's breathable in the back. I don't know if you can see that okay. So you can see it's got a chamois pad inside. Nice, comfortable. It's also a fleecy material and a wind protection on the front. Really comfortable, a nice piece to have if you're going to ride in cold weather. But like I said, if you don't have any of these items in your own personal wardrobe, don't worry about it. Come to Turkey Bike anyway. It's not that long of a ride. Even just wearing regular gym pants, if you have them, would probably keep you pretty warm. That's really a great way to start. The thing that we want to talk about most, though, the thing that will make you most successful in any kind of outdoor activity at all, is keeping your head and your hands and your feet covered. So depending on the temperature range, you want to make sure that you've got appropriate items. And I want to talk about a head cover first. Your head loses a lot of heat very quickly. So if it's pretty cold out, you're going to wear a skull cap underneath your helmet, or a balaclava if it's really cold. But having some sort of a head cover is going to be really the key to success for a layering system. The other thing to think about now is your hands. That's one of the things that most cyclists complain about most when it's cold outside, is that their hands get really cold really fast. So you want to make sure you have a decent pair of gloves that, again, they're usually going to have some sort of a wind protective cover on the front side, and depending on how cold it is, how much insulation is inside the glove. We have a lot of different gloves here, from very light to super heavy, so if you're looking for advice on gloves, we'd be happy to help you out with that. But again, keeping your hands warm is key. And last but not least, keeping your feet warm. That's the third thing that most people complain about when they're riding outside, is their feet get cold and numb, which is really terrible. They don't really enjoy that very much. Can't say I blame them. So getting a toe cover or a shoe cover for your bike shoes or even regular shoes works out pretty nicely. This is a neoprene cover made by Sealskins. It also happens to be waterproof. It doesn't seem like a lot of insulation, but these are pretty warm and should keep you nice and toasty right down into maybe 30 degrees, 28 degrees, depending on how cold you want to ride. We have a variety of those also. If you're looking for advice on that, we'd be happy to help you set up with some of those. That said, I think that's a pretty good coverage top to bottom. Again, if you need some advice on that, we're happy to help you out here in the store. If you have items in your own personal wardrobe at home and you want to know if it's going to work or not, we're happy to answer those questions for you. So that's it for us. We're really looking forward to seeing you out at Turkey Bike. And again, it's Saturday, November 21st at 8 o'clock here at our Parsippany location. Kat, anything else you want to add?
See you there.
Great. See you then. Thanks.